so I'm pretty excited. Today, we're going to give you one effective prompt for ChatGPT. So I just kind of want to know how many of you are already using ChatGPT. You're like using it, or you know about it, you kind of use it, or you just don't even understand it. So if you're like that, I just don't know what it is. I heard of it, but I have not yet dived into it. You really my peoples, because that was me. That was me. And so I obviously last year is when I started using ChatGPT. And so it became really popular in 2023. So if you are currently using ChatGPT, let me know, put chat in the chat, put the word chat in the chat. If you are currently using ChatGPT, I'm going to give you one effective prompt for ChatGPT. If you do have a business, that's why I said if you have a business, put business in the chat. If you want a business, just put yes, so I know who I'm speaking to. So if you're joining me, Facebook, YouTube, my business groups, and then TikTok, if you're joining me for the very first time, put newbie in the chat. Say, I'm a newbie, Jerusha. It's important for me to know who's new. I love to come to your page. I love to make that connection, because that's what pretty people do. We're going to crown, celebrate, collaborate, and make great connections over here. So yes, Hygo, you look pretty too. Well, I do run a business. So yeah, I can be working out on the treadmill and I'll look like that. And then when I'm actually, all day I have a Zoom, I have meetings, I definitely have a conference call. I had you guys at 1:30, so I appreciate that. But guess what? I feel good too. So if I look good, I feel good too. And so do me a favor, put that in the chat. Let me know if you actually have used ChatGPT. That will be so helpful. And if you are, thank you so much. Joining me for the first time, put newbie. If you watch the replay here on Facebook, put replay. But if you tag two people or share the broadcast, you and I just became besties. Like you're my best friend. Girl, we best friends if you share. And so, yes, if you're on TikTok, you can hit the screen and some hearts will come up and show Jerusha some love on TikTok. So we're going to grow our TikTok account from about 50,000 to 100,000. We're going to figure that out. So if you're on TikTok, make sure that you follow Jerusha. I don't want to be the best kept secrets. Yes, I do not want to. Hey, Gloria. Gloria in the building. Hi, gorgeous on Instagram. Okay, I guess, my sister doesn't know that I'm live every Tuesday at 1:30. Now, I've told her, but she forgot. So let's decline this call for a second. And so hopefully my son will call my sister and say, she's on her 1:30 live, her lunch and learn every Tuesday at 1:30, every Tuesday. So yes, so that's how we do it. And so you do have to let your family know the importance of your business. And so you got to have boundaries. And this is one of my boundaries. We have a training every Tuesday at 1:30. Everybody that knows me, this is what happens at 1:30. All right, so let's get into it. Let's talk about this ChatGPT so that you can get this effective prompt to start using it. And so if you're joining me, I'm Jerusha. I'm a business coach. I've been a business coach and an entrepreneur for almost 2 decades, so I know a thing or two. Actually, my background is in radio and television, worked in corporate America like a lot of you. My degrees are in communications and public relations. Love the industry, hated the hours after I wanted to start a family. I decided, I want time freedom. That was the only reason I looked for something outside of corporate America. I dreamed of working in radio and television. I moved to Atlanta to work at a radio station. So it wasn't that I wasn't working in my field. I still use my degrees. That's why I'm talking to you. So I enjoyed the whole process. I just did not like working a 9 to 5. And news isn't 9 to 5, it's news. And so I decided I wanted time freedom. And the first person who spoke to me about a home-based business, I said yes. So the moral of that story is talk to everybody, ask everybody. You actually don't know people's circumstances and why they were looking at an opportunity. So I was looking for time freedom. The first person who spoke to me said, hey, you can earn a 6-figure income from home. You can actually raise your children from home. You could do very well in a home-based business. I said, really? I never knew that. I was taking the path of, I have my degrees. I'm going to go work at a major corporation, which for me was television. And I'm just going to climb the ladder to success. And I was doing very well. And so she said, there's another way. So you got to be open to the possibilities. She said, there's another way. I was like, okay, what is it? Got educated, got started. The rest is history. I went to the top of the company. maintain the top of the company. Like some people, ebbs and flows, right? I maintain the top 1%, earned all the things that you hear about is true. The trips, the diamonds, the cars, the on-stage recognition. Oh my God, you're like a celebrity in the world of, home-based businesses. And then, of course, the pandemic happened, which was great for me. I capitalized off the pandemic. That's why I'm going to share with you about ChatGPT, because it is a tool. I capitalized off of this tool called social media. I showed up. I learned a few skills, took some masterminds, some courses, and I went to work. And so I grew my audience to almost 150,000. Yes, I love all of you. I love you. And I realized, most people probably want to learn how to do this. And so I teach people how to build their businesses online and offline. I help you leverage and monetize social media. So if you have a small business, you're a network marketer, direct seller, affiliate marketing, anything like that, you're my people. Make sure that you're following so you don't miss all of this goodness. I don't want to be the best kept secret. And so as soon as we found out that people were also capitalizing off of ChatGPT and their businesses were growing, not from just, one girl that I follow or whatever, her business went from, I took a training, her business went from 30,000 a month to 100,000 a month. And so we're like, how, right? How is ChatGPT helping you do that? And so I decided, let me tell my peoples where they need to be. Let me share with you what I know for sure. And so, yes, so my hope today is to shorten your learning curve and that you get value. So if you get value, make sure that you share the broadcast. Does that sound fair? Yes or yes? So yes, Teresa, that sounds fair to me. Okay, good. So first of all, if you don't know what it is, ChatGPT is a language, okay, like a language processing tool. It's driven by AI. AI is artificial intelligence, okay, and it allows you to have a human-like conversation. It's like a chat bot, okay. That's the first thing. So you can actually prompt it to do almost anything. Now, I've heard people have used it, right? Like I just told you her story, to make 3 times as much in a month. And then I've also heard people using ChatGPT for things that are not so good. Okay. But we want to use it to build your business. Then everybody flocked to ChatGPT in 2023. And for a lot of us, it has improved the way we put out copy and content, courses. And a lot of you can do the same thing. It doesn't matter what industry you're in. Some workers have used the AI chatbot to develop coding, to write real estate listings, to create lessons plans. All of this is available once you learn how to prompt ChatGPT correctly. Does that make sense? Okay. Now, so I'm going to give you some examples and ideas, and you can obviously watch the replay. You can write it down, whatever you need to do. So first thing is, when I first got on ChatGPT, like everybody else, I made all the mistakes possible, and it's always changing. There's always another tool available. You don't have to learn all the tools. I'm not tech savvy. I'm going to say it again for the people in the back. I'm not tech savvy. I learn, right, every day something. And if I feel this tool is going to benefit me and my business, I can implement it. But you're not going to implement every tool. This is one you probably need. So I don't know your niche. Whatever your niche is, okay, you can program ChatGPT for yourself. Now, if you don't have a niche, remember earlier I said if you have a business, put business. If you don't have a business, I said put yes. Okay, so the people who you don't know what to post, you don't really have a niche, you don't really have a business, what you can do is, here's a simple prompt that you can use. Maybe you have an Etsy store, right? A lot of people do that, yes or yes. So what you can do is, if you are not understanding how to use it, here's a simple prompt that you can use. Go to ChatGPT and you can say, find 3 to 5 niches. Say you don't have one, right? Find 3 to 5 niches with low competition and high demand, and create like a spreadsheet templates that will make at least $300,000 a year on Etsy within a short period of time. So you could start there. Okay, like I don't know what to sell. It'll tell you the top 3 to 5 niches with low competition, right? But high demand. And you also told it how much you want to make. You can also say, can you use Google Sheets and Excel? Make it easy to read and simple for beginners. Please provide value for experts. Include a CTA. Now, it's going to go ahead and boom, boom, boom. ChatGPT is going to create that for you. Now you have 3 to 5 niches you can choose from if you don't have a business, you're not selling anything yet, or you have one, you want another stream of income. You can use that as well. But you've already prompted ChatGPT to say, tell me the 3 to 5 best niches, low competition, but high return. It's going to give you those things. Now you can start a business. It's going to tell you exactly what you need. Now, does that make sense? If you need to write that down, guess what? You're going to have to watch the replay. You have to watch the replay. Now, I know a lot of you are afraid already. Like, I don't get it. I don't know. You've got to change your attitude. You got to change your words. Now, I'm big on whatever you speak, you get to keep. You can write that down. So you need to say, I can learn ChatGPT. Yes, I'm about to learn today. You need to pump yourself up about learning this tool so your business can see triple return. And so you've heard the story about the frogs, right? The group of frogs traveled through the woods and 2 of them fell in the deep pit. And the other frogs at the top, they looking down at the 2 frogs in the pit and they're just like, jump, jump, okay? And then they're jumping, trying to jump out of the pit. And then the other frogs realize, okay, they're not going to be able to jump out of this pit. It's impossible to come out of this pit. So ignoring the discouraging, frogs at top, don't worry about it, just die. Y'all not going to get out this pit. We realize it's too high. You can't jump that far. Just forget about it. Y'all heard this story. And so it's the cutest story. I tell my boys all the time. And so the frogs are in there. They're jumping for their life. So a little while later, one of the frogs lost his spirit, he was discouraged. He gave up. He's like, I'm tired. Like a lot of you, I tried to learn ChatGPT. I'm tired. And so he gives up and he dies. But the other frog, he's still jumping. And the people at the top, your naysayers, your negative Nancy's, right? They're at the top. You can't do it, girl. ChatGPT hard. Okay. They're telling the frog, stop jumping. Stop. It's over. Your buddy already died. He already lost the fight. And so the second frog just continued to jump. He jumped harder. Finally, he jumped out of the pit. So when he got out the pit, the naysayers, the other frogs, like, didn't you hear us? Didn't you hear us tell you this is impossible to give up? And the frog said, I'm deaf. I didn't hear anything. I thought you were cheering me on. So the moral of the story is encouraging words can make the difference between life and death, success and failure. So you need to choose your words wisely. You can learn how to use ChatGPT to grow your businesses. You can learn how to get around people like Jerusha that's going to say, girl, did you learn ChatGPT? Did you take my class? Yes. Did you start? You're going to have people that's saying it's impossible. And you're going to have people like me that's saying everything's possible with God. And so you got to make sure that when we are training like this, don't listen to the people that's not doing it. Only take advice from people you trade places with. Yes, yes. Okay. So I'm going to give you 3 words you can start a prompt with that most people that are really using ChatGPT is using. Write this down. A pretty person is going to put this in the chat for me. Write this down. 3 words you can start off a prompt with. Act as if. 3 words. Act as if. Somebody put it in the chat on TikTok. Act as if. Let me give you an example. ChatGPT. Act as if you are an Instagram expert. ChatGPT. Act as if you are a social media influencer with 10 million followers. ChatGPT. Act as if you are a best-selling author. ChatGPT. Act as if you are a YouTuber with 6 million subscribers. Now, if I say ChatGPT, act as if you are an Instagram expert. Give me the best captions for blah, 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 blah. It's going to act as if it's an Instagram expert. So I don't have to actually be an expert, but I'll get the answer like I'm an expert. Now, I firmly believe none of these, okay, are going to be as human as you. Do I think you can use tools to make it sound more human? You can use words to make it sound more human. Yes. But I do believe you still have to correct it. Like every time I still have to go in and adjust some wording, make it sound like Jerusha.